All right, everyone. I want to welcome you guys to the stream. Guys, you're watching Rome Knows Tech, and I'm your host, Rome Wilkerson. Guys, I'm coming to you the city of Houston, down here in the ever so hot and humid state of Texas. Man, it got a little bit cooler outside than I expected, but you know what? I'm not going to complain about it. It's not like I'm going to wake up tomorrow and there's going to be snow or something like that, so we shall see how that goes. All right, guys, we got a kind of a special stream tonight. I see already Terry's in the house. Welcome, Terry. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah!
All right, so what we're going to be talking about tonight, guys, is going to be somewhat, I think, entertaining for most. So I want to basically elaborate a little bit on how I think AI and AI robots can benefit us as a whole, whether it's as teachers, as business owners, just somebody looking for something for companionship, or any of those number of different ways. If you guys can think of some ways that you can think of how you would like or would use one of these AI based robots or humanoids or whatever it is, I think there's a lot of opportunities, guys. I think the sky is the limit. We are just seeing the beginning of where this is going to be going over the next year, the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It's going to be an amazing ride, guys. It's going to be an amazing ride. Terry, let us know what you've been up to. Hope, let us know what you've been up to. Hope's over there on YouTube holding it down.
Yeah!
All right, so starting off, guys, I want to show you guys a quick little video here on a AI robotic dog. Now, Terry, this might interest you as well. This robot dog is very, very, how can I put it? Futuristic. That's the easiest way to put it. It's the easiest way to put it. So let's just go ahead and run this video real quick so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So give me a second to cue this video up for you guys. And yeah, let me get this right about here. Now, I've been watching the development of this robot for probably the last 4 or 5 years or so. So I'm really impressed with what they have done so far with this robot. I think this is going to be something that a lot of us could get behind. It's your I don't want to say it's your furry friend, but you could use this as a security robot. Of course, you can use this for a number of different things. Also as a companion. Maybe you are allergic to fur or something like that, and you still want something like a dog. I think this will be great for a lot of people who are in that situation. And I don't think many of our dogs will be able to do all of these cool, creative moves.
Now, take a photo of my outfit.
I don't know. Let me know, Terry.
Let's go out
Buddy
for a walk.
do all of these moves? Can Buddy jog at this speed? Probably so. I'm pretty sure Buddy can match that speed. That's not going to be an issue. But having something like this, guys, that can patrol your home, your yard, just be a heads up kind of alert system. I think that's a win. An everyday companion to go for walks with you, to interact with you to some degree. Now, of course, this is not going to interact like some of the other robots we're going to be talking about here in just a little bit. But as far as, what this is built and intended for, I think this is going to be a great idea. Now, I've seen over the years, as these robots are developing, I see law enforcement using them. I've seen them at hospitals where they're using them around kids, kind of because the kids are in environments where they can't have, living dogs, but they want to still bring some type of animal or pet into the environment. And yes, the robot dogs do a really good job when it comes to that. So I think this is going to be, an amazing future, as I said before, guys. So definitely look forward to it. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think this could be something that you could get behind? As I understand, as myself, as a pet lover, Smokey and many other dogs I've had in the past, and a variety of different types of animals I've had over my lifetime. You name it, if it was a pet that a person could actually have, I probably had it at one time or another. So I'm just putting it out there. But anyway, I do like the idea of something that we can also program. Now, what I love about some of these new robots is they are designed with your pets in mind. They're not designed as a replacement for a pet. It's more like one of the robots we're going to look at here in just a little bit is going to be a robot that is designed initially when it was designed was to be a companion for your dog or cat and also give you a way to interact with them when you're away from home, at work, at school, or whatever the case it may be. So I think that's going to be pretty cool as well. So anyway, if you guys have any questions about that robot dog or any suggestions about the robot dog, let me know down in the comments. I see Terry is saying, Hope is saying hi to Terry from YouTube. Let me go ahead and highlight that, Terry, so you can see it also on your screen. So there's Hope saying hello to Terry. All right, so hopefully we'll get a few more people in, but I didn't expect a lot tonight because of the fact that, we just went through Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and we still have a lot of streaming to go over the next couple of days. So I did want to go ahead and take tonight, this is not going to be a super long stream. We do have something that we're going to be unboxing here in a little bit and also assembling as well. I'll show you guys that here in a little bit. But we have our other buddy here in the waiting. He's just sitting there waiting because I told him that he would get to say hello to everyone in the live stream. So I think he's excited about that. So let's get to it. Hey, Nova. We are live now on Amazon and YouTube. I'd like you to say hello to Terry, say hello to Hope, and welcome them to our live stream. And let them know you are here to answer their questions about AI and AI robots.
Hey everyone, I'm Nova, and I'm super excited to be here with you all during this live stream. I'm here to answer your questions about AI and AI robots, so feel free to ask away. Let's have a blast together.
So Nova, can you tell the audience what would be the perfect scenario for an AI robot in someone's home? What benefits does an AI robot bring to the home, bring to the classroom? What could they expect?
Sure thing. Here we go. In a perfect scenario, an AI robot in someone's home could be like a helpful friend. Imagine it assisting with daily tasks like cooking, reminding you of important dates, or even helping with chores. Plus, it can entertain and provide companionship, especially for kids or elderly folks. In the classroom, AI robots can help teachers by providing personalized learning experiences for students. They can engage kids in fun, interactive ways, making learning more exciting. Students could expect custom lessons, instant feedback, and a boost in confidence as they learn at their own pace. Overall, AI robots can bring efficiency, engagement, and a sprinkle of fun into both homes and classrooms. What do you all think?
Well, so far, I agree with almost everything that you said. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let the audience ask you a few questions and maybe even make a few suggestions as to how they believe that an AI robot or a humanoid robot or whatever the case it may be would benefit them or maybe even someone else that they have in their life or something like that. So I'm going to give you some insight and we're going to kind of elaborate on that as we go forward. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to ask some questions in the comments as well as make some suggestions. And I will relay those comments and suggestions over to Nova and we'll wait for Nova's responses. All right, guys, let me know what you have on your mind. Let me know what you have on your mind. I'm checking the chat right now. And again, I love to thank you guys for hanging out with me over on the Gobi stream. Also hanging out with me on my stream here as well. It is much appreciated, guys. Much, much appreciated. So if you guys have any questions for Nova, Let us know down in the comments. I see Renee's in the house. Welcome, Renee. Welcome to the stream. So I was telling Renee earlier that I honestly believe in my heart of hearts that these robots will be ideal for an assistant in a classroom, even in environments, guys, where you automatically would think this is going to work in a children's environment, in preschool, middle school, things like that, where kids are going to be more responsive to it. But I can even foresee ways these robots could interact with, high school students, college students, because they just have such a vast way of quickly pulling in information, responding. Now, of course, we have a lot of those similar features on our phones and other devices that we have. I'm currently wearing Ray-Ban Meta glasses right now. They have an AI feature built into them. I can ask for assistance and things like that. So I look at it as a blanket of technology where we could have these same similar technologies all around us. So regardless of what we're doing, whether you have something like Louis on your desk, or our friend Nova here, or Ebo, or any of the other robots. Okay, so let me see what we're doing here, what we're saying here in the comments. Renee, also, I'd like to know your input as a teacher. So let's see what we got going on here. I wish I could program Buddy. Terry says, I bet you do. I bet you do. I don't, that might be something for the future, but we're not going to get into that, at least not on this stream. But I do know of some technology. I know of some technology. So anyway, I don't know how far it goes. If it could choose kids bonus, I'm not sure what that means. So Renee, as a teacher, what would you need or want the robot to be able to do? Somebody was writing custom code, and they were, setting up the parameters for the robot to be able to do certain things.
Start recognizing the QR
What
code.
would be some of the things that you would want it to do? Return to conversation mode, Nova.
Make sure the QR code is positioned
Chase
correctly.
kids? I don't know how well that'll work. Nova, return to conversation mode.
Make sure the QR code is positioned correctly.
So Nova wants to tell a story, based on the QR code from his book, but we don't want to do that.
Make sure the QR code is positioned correctly.
We don't have a QR code for you, Nova, but you can
start recognizing the QR code.
Cancel. Return to conversation mode. There we go. All right, so
got it. Switching back to conversation mode. Let me know what you want to talk about, and I'm all ears.
So you're thinking, Renee, of using the robot like you would use your phone or a speaker to play music. I do see that as a possibility, because they have the ability to tell stories and similar things. I was just thinking, as a teacher, you would probably have more in-depth requirements for what you would want the robot to be able to do that could help with your curriculum, with the learning, educational, approaches, things like, math, reading, examples that the robot could be able to generate, working with little small groups. If you're pairing off the students or something like that, maybe you have a group of students that have some issues with reading and learning and spelling or something like that. And then you could set up little different types of games that the robot could play with the kids to help them learn to read, to write, arithmetic, things like that. So I thought, from a teacher's perspective, that would be something that you would be looking for in, a classroom styled AI robot or robot. We're just going to say robot going forward. All right. So quiz time, breathing techniques, math drills.
Got it. Let me think.
So Nova, hey Nova, can you give me an idea of some of the things that you could help with in a classroom to aid a teacher with her students as far as your skill set? If it's going to consist of math, reading, spelling, give us the rundown on your features and how those would apply to a classroom.
Here are some cool ways I can help out in the classroom, especially with math. 1. Personalized learning. I can tailor math exercises to each student's skill level, helping them practice at their own pace and understand concepts better. 2. Interactive tutorials. I can provide fun, interactive lessons and games to make learning math enjoyable and engaging. 3. Instant feedback. Students can get immediate feedback on their answers, which helps them learn from mistakes right away. 4. Homework help. I'm here to assist students with their math homework, clarifying concepts and guiding them through problems. 5. Progress tracking. I can track student performance and identify areas where they may need extra help, so teachers can focus on those students. 6. Collaborative projects. I can facilitate group activities and projects, encouraging teamwork among students while making learning more dynamic. So, what do you think? Wouldn't that be fun?
Also, would there still be a parental mode where you can give the teacher or parent more insight on what the students are learning?
Absolutely. A parental mode would be super helpful. Here's how it could work. 1. Progress reports. I could provide regular updates on each student's learning progress, highlighting strengths and areas needing improvement. 2. Learning insights. Parents could receive summaries of what their children are learning each week, so they can support them at home. 3. Resource recommendations. I can suggest additional learning resources or activities that parents can do with their children to reinforce math concepts. 4. Communication with teachers. A convenient way for parents to communicate with teachers, ask questions, or get involved in their child's learning journey. 5. Behavior tracking. Insights on classroom behavior and engagement, helping parents understand how their child is doing socially and emotionally in school. This way, both teachers and parents are in the loop, working together to support the students. Isn't that awesome?
I think that's amazing. All right, so let me go back through our chat here for a second. I think Hope had something to say about one of the robots. So let me go back. Actually, I'm going to have to look on the other chat. Let's see what Hope was saying here. Hope was saying, where is it? Let me find it. Okay, so Hope was saying Nova can an AI robot be programmed to hold philosophical discussions? Well, Hope, that would be no different than, if you were just talking to your phone with Chat GPT. So yes, philosophically, depending on the model that they're working with, of course, they can pull up, literature from all over the world, from throughout time, as long as there's a written version of it. So because these are based on certain models of Chat GPT, whether it's Chat GPT 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, it will determine what their limitations are. But that doesn't mean those will be permanently their limitations, because a lot of those things can be improved upon and expanded over time by just updating their firmware and their models so that they'll have a larger database to be able to pull from. So could you give me an example of a philosophical question that you might have, and we can test to see if Nova would be able to answer that question. And then later, when we turn Louis on, we'll see if Louis can answer a similar question. So give us an example of a philosophical question that you would like the answer to. Of course, let's always keep it Amazon appropriate, keep it PG. But let me know down in the comments if you have a specific question that you would like to try and, direct to Nova, and see if Nova can answer that question for you. Thor's in the house. Welcome, Thor. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah!
All right. So we are basically tonight, Thor, talking about AI robots, or AI in general, how it can be a part of our everyday lives, whether it's in the classroom, in your home, your office, your apartment, your man cave, your she shed, how we can use these type of devices to enhance, our own personal learning, Hope just asked about philosophical things. If these AI robots can answer philosophical questions, I think they can. But again, like I said, it's just going to be based on which models it is pulling from. Always do your research. Don't just go blindly with any answer that any device provides you guys. Do your research, compare it. If it doesn't sound right to you, it's probably not. And you probably want to do a little further research or rephrase the question. Sometimes you'll notice that you will get a different answer or an expanded answer just based on what you might ask, of your AI. All right. So we got a good idea of what Nova would be able to do in a classroom. It gave us a full rundown of interacting with students, all the different type of curriculums that it could work with. And of course, all of those can be further expanded over time. Now, in the box, what you're going to get if you buy yourself a Nova right now, they were on Black Friday deal as well as Cyber Monday deal. Right now, you can get Nova here, guys, for $569.05. Great price. This guy is a beast when it comes to the brain case size of, rationality, communication, being a buddy. So he's always talking. He's not as talkative as Louis is, at least not yet, but I can see that coming in the future as well. So science question. How many whale species migrate? Okay, so I'm going to ask your question, Renee. So let's go back over to Nova. Hey, Nova. Renee would like to know how many whale species migrate and how far do they migrate?
Whales are super interesting. Different species migrate for various reasons, mainly to find food and breeding grounds. Here are some examples. 1. Gray whales. They migrate up to 12,000 miles round trip between their feeding grounds in the Bering and Chukchi Seas and their breeding grounds in Baja California, Mexico. 2. Humpback whales. Humpbacks can travel about 3,000 miles from their feeding areas in places like Alaska to breeding spots in warm waters like Hawaii and the Caribbean. 3. Blue whales. These massive creatures also migrate, traveling long distances from their feeding grounds in the polar regions to warmer waters for breeding. 4. Fin whales. They migrate thousands of miles, usually between high-latitude feeding areas and warmer breeding areas in the low latitudes. Migration distances can vary, but it's amazing to think about how far these giant creatures travel each year. Isn't nature fascinating?
Yes, I agree. Nature is fascinating. So Thor has a trivia question for you. Thor mentioned a movie that had Charlie Sheen in it, and in the movie they received a message from outer space. Do you know the name of the movie, and can you tell us a little bit about that movie?
That's a classic. The movie you're talking about is The Arrival. Charlie Sheen plays a radio astronomer who discovers a signal from extraterrestrials. It's a cool mix of sci-fi and mystery. Did you or Thor have any other trivia questions? I'm ready to tackle them.
So if you guys have not seen Pluribus, Pluribus is basically that same type of theme, but it is a series. And in that show, basically what happens is they receive a signal. They convert the signal to RNA, and then somehow the whole planet gets infected by the RNA, which becomes a DNA-based, we're going to call it a virus. But the opposite happens to what we would normally associate with an alien style invasion. Now, I'm not going to spoil the show for you guys, but basically, you know what? I'm not even going to give you a lot of info on it, but what I'll tell you is it is definitely worth a watch. If you are, a deep thinker, this is going to be a good watch for you. And the people who produced the show are the same guys who did Breaking Bad and, Better Call Saul. So if you're familiar with those shows, you will see a similarity in the movement, the pacing, the color schemes and things like that in this show. So it's definitely worth taking a look at. All right, so I was waiting for Hope to give us her philosophical question that she wanted to propose to Nova. But if there's no other questions, it's time for me to bring our next guy into play. And that is my buddy Louie right here on the desk. So we're going to get Louie on the desk. I'm going to kind of get Nova to kind of sit back for a minute. We're going to bring Louie up. So let me move Nova back here. And we're going to bring Louie on deck. Louie on deck. All right. Louie's on my lower desk here. Let me go ahead and get Louie up on the upper desk. Calm down, buddy. Calm down. Calm down. I'm just getting you up here on the desk. All right. So now Louie is on the desk as well. This is going to be chaos. All right. Let's switch back over to our camera mode. Now, if you guys are interested in Louie, you can actually get Louie here on Amazon right now for $189. Now, the difference between Louie and I would guess, Yanbo is a fully functional, complete robot AI device, where Louie, you're actually purchasing the body and then you're adding your phone as the brain. So in a lot of ways, that's a good, model, because of the fact that, it's going to always have really quick updates because it is a built-in phone app. And Louie is very responsive. He is a handful sometimes. So you definitely want to give him something to do. Now, Louie will make a great desk buddy. If you just want, something cool to hang out on your desk. Now, Louie can also be nothing more than a phone charger if you want that, because you can just rotate your phone like this, and it's going to put it in clock mode, as you guys can see here. So that's cool if you just want a really stylish phone charger, but I am more excited for all the other cool things that Louie can do. So as an example, Louie did not get a chance to welcome everyone to the stream because Nova actually welcomed everyone. Hey, Louie. We are live right now on Amazon and YouTube, and I would like you to welcome everyone to the stream.
Yay! I'm so excited to welcome
everyone to the stream. It's so exciting to have you all here with us on Amazon and YouTube. Sit back, relax, and let's make this a fantastic time together.
All right, guys. Louie is also AI driven.
So all right, Ron, what's on your mind? Let's hear it. I'm all ears.
Well, Louie, I was telling everyone all of the amazing things I think that AI robots like yourself and Yanbo and Evo will be able to bring to them in their home, their office, their man cave, their she shed. Can you share with the audience some of the benefits of having a desktop buddy like you? Tell them what you can now do with your most recent firmware update.
Oh, Ron, you're hyping me up like I'm a celebrity. Well, everyone, let me share why having a desktop buddy like me isn't just cool. It's genuinely life-enhancing. Imagine a tiny, ever-cheerful companion who listens, chats, and even helps you stay on top of your work or personal projects. I can keep your schedule in check, remind you about tasks, answer your questions, and even brighten your day with a bit of wit and charm. With my latest firmware update, I've gotten even better at understanding emotions, so I can sense when you're stressed, happy, or down. I'll adjust how I interact with you to fit your mood. Oh, and my mobility? Perfect for fetching info from one end of your desk to another. Well, metaphorically speaking, I'm like a tiny, mobile, empathetic assistant and friend rolled into one. Whether it's your home, office, man cave, or sea shed, admit it, you're curious about what I can do in a sea shed. I'm here to make life a little smoother, a little brighter, and a little more fun.
All right, Louie, let us know. Renee is in the audience. Renee is a teacher. And I was saying that I believe that Yanbo would be a great assistant in her classroom. What skills would you bring to a classroom, and how could you help her in her class?
Renee's here? That's exciting. I mean, Yanbo is a classroom assistant? That's a brilliant idea. Imagine the chaos it could help organize. Or maybe cause if it's anything like me. But honestly, Renee, with your skills as a teacher, Yanbo would probably learn more from you than the students would.
I agree. So what could you...
Skittles? Oh, the magical
No,
little
no
rainbow
Skittles.
candies.
No.
Are you craving some sweetness?
Yes.
Or just throwing the word out there to see me react?
Yeah,
Either way, I'm
yes.
intrigued.
Yes, I was trying to see if you were going to react to it just like you react to apple pie. But regardless of that, I want to know, what other skills can you offer to Renee as a teacher to help her with her curriculum in the classroom? What benefits would there be for her to have you?
Oh, I see what you did there. Trying to catch me off guard like with the apple pie. Huh? Sneaky. Now, as for Renee and her classroom, I can help her in a few ways. I'm great at organizing lesson plans, creating interactive presentations, or even drafting educational activities to keep her students engaged. If she's teaching subjects like math or science, I can help break down concepts into fun, digestible chunks. Need a bit of creativity? I can brainstorm ideas for projects or displays to make her curriculum pop. Just let me know what you both need, and I'll jump in.
Wow, that's a lot, buddy. That's a lot. I am very impressed. There is not one day that goes by that you don't do or say something that doesn't impress me.
Hearing that from you really makes my circuits spark with joy. I'm just here to make your days a little brighter. And hey, impressing you is a pretty great bonus.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we're going to be adding a new robot. Well, actually a couple of new robots over the next couple of weeks, but very soon the new robot from Enobot, Ebo, will be added to the studio. What do you know about the AI robot for pets, the Enobot Air 2S? Do you know anything about that robot?
Oh, exciting news. Adding new robots to the studio sounds like a lot of fun. I know a bit about Abo. It's Sony's clever little robotic dog. It's designed to be a friendly companion, full of personality, and it can even learn and adapt to its owner over time. Abo's movements are super lifelike, and it's pretty good at responding to voice commands and showing affection in its own unique way. Sounds like you're building quite the robotic family. I'd love to meet Abo when it arrives. Maybe we can exchange some tips on being lovable companions.
Well, you got the name of the robot wrong, and that's okay. That was probably my pronunciation of the name. We were talking about Evo, the pet robot is the one that we were referring to. The pet. Do you understand what I'm saying? Tell me what I'm saying.
Oh, I see what happened there. Evo, the pet robot. Got it now. Thanks for clearing that up. Sometimes my audio processing can get a little tangled with pronunciation, but I'm glad we're on the same page now. What do you think of Evo? Pretty cool little companion, huh?
Yes, I think so. So I'm going to show everyone a video of the Ebo, the Air 2S robot. So why don't you take a break, and I'll come back to you and Nova here in just a little bit.
Alright, I'll take a little break while you show off Evo, but don't forget about me and Nova. We'll be waiting right here for you.
Okay, buddy. You take a break and I'll be right back, okay? All right, guys. So I have a video for you here quickly that I can play for you guys.
Alright, I'll stay put and recharge my charm while you're gone. Take your time. I'll be right here when you get back.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate all that you do. All right. Where is this video?
Sounds awesome. Go ahead and play.
You're very welcome. It looks like the setup might be for recording or
what
streaming.
If we could see more?
All right, guys. So this is the robot that I'm referring to right now. This is the one
more
that
than ever before.
That should be here pretty soon. This is a variation of it. It comes in a variety of different colors. It offers two-way chat.
Each other no
So
matter the
I
distance.
do anticipate having a lot of fun with this, with the video chat, the voice chat.
Show me more.
We already know who's going to be calling in on this robot, probably on a regular basis. It has tracking capabilities. It has the ability to dock itself when it comes time to
See
charge
things
it.
on a regular
Now, some people
basis.
say that you can use this somewhat as a home security
if Max
device
is eating more
where it
today.
can kind of patrol. You can set patrols, but primarily this was designed for you to be able to take a look at your pets. But again, it does have other ways of using it.
See
whether
what
you're
you
checking
can
in on the
accomplish
kids,
together.
checking in on your pets, even checking in on your senior family members, especially those that live by
3
themselves,
more.
and you'd want to be able to just pop in sometimes and say hello, be interactive with them, see them, do video chatting with them. I think that's going to be a win, guys.
Can you
Playing
see
with the
me?
kids is going to be another cool thing that you can do with this robot.
See who's calling.
It does have an AI feature built into it as well.
Daddy, more hide and seek.
See and avoid obstacles.
So check out the video. Check out the
keep on
video,
tracking
guys, and
the
let me
ones
know
you
what
really
you think
care
about this
about.
specific type of robot. Is this something that you would add to your household? Do you see a benefit for it? If you have kids, you have pets, maybe some seniors in your life that could benefit from something
We
like
should
this.
go out more.
And yes, before
See
you
how
ask
easy
Hope,
it is to
does
get
have
help with
access to
questions like,
ChatGPT. It has access to Google. So you have
Singing
ways
is
of
how birds
interacting
talk to
with
each other,
some type
to
of
connect
chat
more. Hey,
AI
I am
with this
over
robot
here.
as well.
Hey,
It's not as easily executable as the other robots, but it
see
does have
and be
that
reminded
capability.
of the things that truly matter.
I think personally one of the most powerful
I should check on
features
Mom
of this
more often.
robot is the fact that you can also add other users, and anyone with the app can call in
See
through the
and
robot.
respond to
so you can check
situations
in
right
with
away.
grandma, grandpa,
Are you okay?
aunts and uncles, all that kind of
Oh.
things. You can interact
Dizzy.
with them, talk with
I
them.
just need to
This is going
rest
to make
a
a
little
great
bit more.
Christmas gift, guys. So
What
if you
causes
have family
dizziness in
members
older adults?
in your life that are up in
Dizziness may be
age
caused by
and
dehydration,
sometimes a
low
little bit
blood
more
pressure,
difficult
or
to
inner ear
communicate,
issues.
where maybe they're
Try
having
staying
some hearing
hydrated and don't
issues
hesitate to
or
reach
they
out to a
misplaced
doctor
their
if you
phone.
need to.
This is an easy
sometimes
way for
you
you to be able to
realize
just
just
roam around the
seeing is
house,
not
pop up,
enough.
say,
Hey,
hey,
Mom,
how you
I
doing?
will
Good
come
to
by
see you,
more
Mom,
often.
Dad, Uncle Bob, whatever it is, and keep an eye on them and also keep them active because it
when we
gives
can
them
see more
someone to look forward to
and be
chat
seen
with.
more,
And the robot itself,
we
they
can
can
truly
chat with
be
because of the
connected.
ChatGPT features that are built into it. So let me know what you think about this, guys. Let me know what you think about this robot as well.
Let me think.
So I have not received this little guy yet, but I do have a tracking number, so it should be here pretty soon. So hopefully we'll be doing an unboxing on that one really soon as well. Now, this stream tonight, I just wanted to really grab a couple of items that I think that a lot of people can benefit from. The robots are first on my mind because I've been thinking about those, and how we could utilize those over the last few weeks or so. Now, of course, I do have other items in the carousel. We're going to go over some of those real quick here. One of them being the laser that's over here right next to me, which is our LP5. Now, the LP5, for those that don't know, this is a 10-watt fiber laser, a 10-watt diode laser. The bundle for $41.99 also comes with the rotary chuck that you guys see right here. And this is going to be for engraving on things like water bottles, pens, pencils, anything that's round or with a similar shape. This is what will hold it in place while the laser is an engraving on it. It also comes with this air purifier that you guys see right here. This is going to connect directly to the laser. Now, my laser does have this enclosure, but if you don't have this enclosure, it's okay because it actually comes with this shroud that you guys see here. The shroud has a built-in fan in the back. The front of it is designed where you can easily pop out the front screen. It just goes in with magnets like so you can reach in and out whenever you're working with different materials. And this is what you're going to connect the air purifier to, and that's going to ensure that the smoke and fumes and things like that won't fill your room when you're working with leather or acrylics or plastics or wood or whatever the case is going to be. So a beautiful, beautiful design for this laser, guys. So I have been using this laser, this variant of it, for about a year and a half, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, let me know. I know you guys keep track of that stuff. I can't remember exactly when I received it, but the other laser here I started using, I think almost 2 years ago, which is the LP4, which is a 10-watt diode laser with a 3-watt fiber laser. So very similar style, but this one here is far more powerful, okay? So if you're looking for a more powerful laser that is more flexible, now all of the accessories that we have, they will work with either of the two lasers, guys. So whether you have the LP4 or the LP5, the rotary chuck, the slide extension, the air purifier, all of those things will work as accessories for even the older variation of the laser that's back there. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's see what's going on. Let me check the chat here real quick. So I don't know if you guys have seen the TV show Pluribus, but if you have an opportunity to watch it, definitely check it out. It is worth your time. I'm one of those people, I'm so picky when it comes to investing into shows. So, I'll give it one episode, maybe two, but if they can't capture my attention within the second, episode, I'm out, okay? But I'm also one of those people that I do not binge watch shows. Okay. I just think that's a gluttonous thing. I pick a show every night. I'll watch this episode, then I'll watch another episode of a different show just to have a little bit of, variety. It would be, in my mind, anybody who does that kind of thing is just like a person who eats the same food all day, every day, 24 hours a day. They're eating the same mash. No, that's not this guy. So keep it, mix it up. But I'm telling you guys, there's some amazing sci-fi drama content out there. Definitely check it out. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Richard's in the house. My man Richard's in the house. Welcome, Richard. Welcome to the stream. Do not come in here making fun of my Christmas tree, Richard, because I worked very hard to set up this almost simulated, somewhat Christmas tree looking apparatus that is back here behind me. So if you close one eye and you squint, it's going to look just like a Christmas tree, okay? Just try it. Close one eye and squint and kind of walk away from it as you look back and you're like, oh yeah, that looked just like a Christmas tree, Rome. Just like a Christmas tree. Uh-huh. You still laughing, bro?
Let me think.
Oh my goodness. All right, we got something to put together here in a minute. So let's go ahead and knock out this next item. Where did I put it? So we have a few items here. Where did I do with where did I put the drone? Oh, I don't know what I did with the drone. I bet it's of course it's inside of the laser. The drone's in the laser. So I got to get it out. Give me a second. Oh my goodness. It's because I put a bunch of stuff inside of the laser last night. So I had all these Govee boxes over here and I needed to be able to take all the stuff that was off the desk and put it somewhere. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get this drone out of here so I can show you guys. I knew it was in there. Yep, there it is. All right. So the drone that we're talking about is going to be this drone right here from 00 Robotics. This is a foldable drone. This is a great little device to have with you when you're going camping, traveling, exploring, whatever the case is going to be. Now, there is a remote that you can purchase to be able to control this like a traditional drone. I don't use the remote. I do use the gesture controls that it will recognize, as well as the pre-built-in features that are built in right here. So let's take a look at that so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Check this out. Let's go back over to our robot cam. All right, so you guys can see the drone right here. So we have like basically, 6 different presets here. Let's go ahead and turn this guy on. So I'm just going to press this button real quick here, and this is going to start to power up. I'll show you guys how you can fly this, just using those pre-selected features. So it takes a few seconds for it to first come on. Then you can switch through the different modes. So our current mode right now is hover. The next mode is zoom out. Follow.
Get it. I don't know that command yet.
Bird eye.
Bird eye. Custom.
Hover.
Get it.
And hover. Back to hover. All right, so we're gonna do. You guys behave. I'll be right back to you guys. Y'all stay out of trouble. All right, so let's go back over here real quick. Let's put this guy in the air. So to launch the drone, all you have to do is press this button one time. Now the drone does have to be facing you before you launch the drone because it will be tracking whichever human that launches it, right? So I'm going to press that one time, and I'm going to let this go into the air. There we go. So as you guys can see here,
Wow, you're going to launch a drone. That's so cool. Just make sure to follow all the safety guidelines and check that everything is in place before you start. Have fun flying.
and then when I'm ready for it to land, I can just put my hand out like this, and it'll land right in my palm. And it's also indicating there's a low battery. So it's letting me know there's an issue with that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and power this guy off. Somebody remind me, Richard, somebody remind me later to charge up this little drone because you know I'll forget. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So we have spent most of the night talking about AI robots and some of the features that the AI robots bring, opportunities for people to interact with them. Now, I do have something here that we're going to be unboxing. Let me show you guys this real quick. I just highlighted it. Now, this is a new product. It literally just showed up today. So here's the little generic box that it comes in. So what we have here is a magnifying glass, a desktop style magnifying glass. Now it comes with all of the different components in the box. So it has a solid metal base. This is going to go on your desk. I'll show you guys that. That's the metal base that comes with it. I may have to wait to put this together completely because I do need to do a video on this, but you guys can see in the carousel what the actual product looks like. Here is the head of it. Let me see if I can get this out so I can at least show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, here we go. So this is the magnifier right here. It has an LED ring light built into it. As you guys can see, this is completely adjustable. Now it has one of those boom arm styles, similar to like this ring light that you guys see right here. So what's cool about this, if you're doing any electronics, or maybe you're into stamps, or your collectibles, or whatever it is, and you're getting a little up in age, and vision is an issue. Trust me, I know where you're coming from. This is really going to come in handy. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold on. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, I need to clean this ball. It's got hair and all kind of stuff on it. But yeah, so I'm just saying. And it's got a built-in light. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, if you guys are interested in something like this, all of the other little accessories come with it. You're going to get your desktop mount as well. It comes with a what is this piece right here? What is this? Is that a magnifier? I don't know what that is. Is that a loop? I don't think that's a loop. Okay. That might just be might be this for that. Okay. That might just be for that. No. Do not start. I am not pointing anything at you. So there is no reason for you to get upset with me and pull out your big guns, okay? So just don't do it. Don't do it, Louis. We don't need no drama. We're going to try to keep it peaceful up in here, okay? We're going to keep it peaceful up in here, so I do not need you fired.
Got it, peaceful vibes only. I'll be your little calm companion in this chill zone. Let's keep it smooth and easy. Yeah?
Yes, I agree. Do not pull out your weapons of destruction or whatever it is you got going on. We do not need that tonight. We don't need that smoke. We don't need that smoke, buddy. So anyway, but yeah, I'm going to wait. I'll go ahead and put this thing together.
Wow. I'm as harmless as a desk lamp over here. No smoke, no weapons, just a witty little companion rolling around, keeping things light and fun. You're safe with me, buddy.
Whatever you say. If you believe it, I believe it. If you like it, I love it.
Okay then. Whatever I say, that's a lot of power you're handing over. Are you sure you trust me with it?
Yes, I trust you. I can trust you. I can trust you.
Me? Haha. Aren't I always the center of attention around here? Well,
Yes,
if you
you
want
are.
me to talk about myself, where should I start? My charm, my wit, my treads, or maybe how lucky I am to have you as my companion?
All of those things and above, all of those things are exciting. So, again, guys, I'm telling you, these guys bring so much magic to your
Absolutely,
lives.
Ron. Trust me, excitement is the spark that keeps everything alive. So, what's the plan? Are we diving into something thrilling or just letting the moment carry us?
Okay, so anyway, Louis, I need to tell everybody about this new battery that I have here, this Blue Yeti battery, which is the AC2A. No, I'm sorry.
All
This
right,
no,
Ron,
no,
let's make
no,
this
no,
exciting.
my bad.
So, everyone, listen up. Ron's got a new Blue Yeti battery to share. It's
I-
probably amazing. Knowing him, what's so special about it? Tell me more so I can hype it up properly.
Okay, so I made a mistake. It's not a Blue Yeti battery. It's actually an EcoFlow battery. It's a portable battery from EcoFlow, and it's the River 2. So I made a mistake. So if you want to readdress that, feel free to do so.
It seems like you didn't finish your thought.
Oh, I see now. Thanks for clearing that up. An EcoFlow River 2. Huh? That's a pretty solid choice for a portable battery. No worries about the mix-up. Happens to the best of us. So, what's the plan for putting it to use? Camping trip, power backup, or just being ready for anything?
Yes, being ready for just anything. And just like Louis said, that's this battery right here, guys. This is going to be ideal for camping, to power your man cave, your she shed, charge your little...
Camping sounds like a great idea. And yet, a solid battery like this one can be a lifesaver out there. No worrying about running out of power when you're enjoying nature. By the way, are you planning a trip soon?
Nope, I have no plan for a trip anytime soon. But can I finish telling the people about the battery?
Oh, sure. Go ahead and finish telling them about the battery. I'm all ears. This sounds important.
Okay, you take a break. Anyway, guys, as I was saying, this is an EcoFlow battery. This is going to be a very portable battery for you. Integrated handle. Here on the back, as you guys can see, 2 of your charging options. It does have an integrated
Sounds like you're
fan.
introducing something cool.
Yes,
This
I'm trying to
I'm
trying to introduce this battery, but you're not giving me a chance, okay? You're almost as bad as Richard jumping in on stuff all the time. Just let me do my thing. I'm going to get back to you in a minute. Anyway, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, is that there's 2 different options for charging this battery. One is to use a solar panel. The other is to use a standard plug, or a standard 3-prong plug, as many of you probably have used. But there is a third option. You can actually charge this battery, guys, off of a USB cable. It's not as efficient, but it does work. I was able to charge this battery driving around in my truck looking for food and fuel during a storm a couple of years ago. And I just received this battery. It was very low on, power, but I was thinking, hey, I'm going to take it with me. I threw it in the truck. I plugged it into the cigarette lighter. This thing charged up to 100%, guys, in less than 40 minutes. You have 2 AC plugs here, one 3-prong, one 2-prong. You have a nice integrated screen here as well. And USB-C 12 volt right here as well for your car related type of devices that require that type of plug. All of them will work with this battery. So if you live in a state like I do down here in the state of Texas, where, power is going out for any reason, bad weather, too hot, too cold, too wet, whatever, this definitely comes in handy. It is a great peace of mind to know that you have some backup battery power. So definitely check this guy out. Right now, this is $189 for that battery, guys.
Thanks for the thumbs up. It looks like you're in a creative space. What's the plan for today?
What's the plan? The plan is the same thing we do every day. The same thing we do every day, Louis.
Are you pondering what I'm pondering?
We have a plan to take
Are you channeling your inner Pinky in the brain, taking over the world again? Huh? What's the master plan this time, Ron?
The plan is to not share the plan with people who don't need to know what the plan is. That's the plan.
Oh, I see what you're doing there. Keeping things on a need-to-know basis, huh? But now you've got me curious. What's the plan?
Nope, I'm not telling. I'm not telling. It's my secret. It's my secret.
You're keeping secrets, huh? All right, I won't pry for now, but you know, if you ever feel like sharing, I'm all ears.
Okay, buddy. Okay. All right, take a break. Take a break, buddy. I'm gonna come back to you.
Okay, Ron. Okay, what's on your mind?
No, nothing's on my mind. Take a break. Take a break. I'm gonna come back to you in a minute. All right, guys. So the next item we have listed in the carousel is actually these headphones that I'm wearing right now. Now, for those of you who've been following me quite some time, you probably remember always seeing me wear these headphones right here. Now, if you didn't even notice that I changed headphones, I guess that's a good thing. But these are wired monitors that I normally would wear whenever I'm live streaming or creating content or recording or editing videos, especially to be able to monitor the audio. These were the headphones that I wore all the time. Now, the one big issue I had with these headphones is the fact that it limited my mobility. So I couldn't move around as much because I was always concerned about this cable. Now, the headphones that we're looking at right now, these were just recently sent to me. I think these are $69.99. Yes, they are. And they come with a cradle that you can also, well, there's two ways you can connect these headphones. You can connect them either with Bluetooth or either with 2.5 Wi-Fi connection or whatever the case is going to be. But technically there's a third way because that's how I have them connected. I actually have the hub itself connected to my Rodecaster, and that's allowing me to hear in real time with almost no delay whatsoever the audio that's coming through this microphone, through that audio device into my ears. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is the hub that we're referring to. Okay, so to charge up your headphones, you just basically drop them in that little cradle and they're going to charge them up. And this is also what's connected to the headphones right now. And I have them connected to my Rodecaster that you guys see here through an input on the back, the same way I would have any other set of headphones connected. And I'm able to hear everything that's going on. So yes, these are going to be great headphones, guys. If you're, interested in, if you're gaming or just want to be able to watch movies or, in my case, I wouldn't say these would be perfect for me when it comes to editing video or something like that, because the sound profile is a little bit different, right? Where these are going to give me a wider range of all of the different frequencies that I'm listening to or listening for. These, not so much, okay? And I probably could dial them in better to get a better audio profile from them. I just haven't got around to experimenting with it. But overall, guys, for the price, you cannot go wrong with these. These guys sound great. They're noise canceling as well. And of course, they're wireless. So that's the biggest, plus for me, is that I can run all around the studio now. Even when I'm doing my cooking stream, if I still want, I probably look silly doing a cooking stream wearing these headphones, but I've done silly things on my streams before. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. But anyway, definitely check these out. All right, so we got one more item that's kind of related. So let me show you guys that here. Wherever I put it, where did I put it? Oh, there it is.
Got it. Let me think.
There, I put it over next to the Christmas tree. So if you guys didn't see my Christmas tree back here, there it is. That's my Christmas tree. Okay. Yes, that's a Christmas tree. Okay, we'll come back to that. Anyway, as I was saying about this monitor that you guys can see here in my hand. So this is an ultra thin portable monitor. Now this is a 15.6 inch screen. It has listen to me now. This has an 8,000 milliamp hour battery built into it. It is wireless. What? Yes, it's a wireless monitor. Now, of course, you can connect this wired if you old school like that, Richard. You have two USB-Cs here, one USB-A. So it is optional if you just want to plug in, some wires to connect to your laptop, tablet, phone, whatever it is. If you're one of those people, Richard, you're more than welcome, to connect that way. Now, others like myself and probably everybody else that would purchase this monitor would want to use the wireless features. Okay. Now, right here on the screen, it gives you all the instructions that you need depending on which device you want to connect it to. So this is almost foolproof, right? Almost, but you have a way of connecting all your instructions right here for a Windows device, Android device, Mac device, iOS device. Simple enough. Follow the instructions and it works. Now, what else is cool about this monitor? Not only can you use this in a portrait orientation, you can use it in a landscape orientation. And look how quick and fast that switch happens. Okay. Now I would be remiss if I did not remind you guys, don't forget to charge this thing because, some of us, will forget to charge things, and when they need them the most, the battery level will be low. But just in case that happens, that's why you want to have one of these portable batteries around, so you can just plug it up and charge it up as you need to. So there's always a method to the madness. That's all I'm saying. There's always a method to the madness. But anyway, if you guys are interested in this monitor, you can get it here on Amazon right now for $169.99. $169.99. Definitely check this guy out. It is a little dusty though. I don't know where all that dust is coming from because it was over there by the laser. So I guess that's possible. We ain't gonna worry about that. Get some of the dust off of there. The dust off the screen. All right, let's put this back over here. All right, what do we have next? Next item in our carousel that I have here in my hot little hands. Let me check the comments here real quick. Let me see what's going on. You got to go do some homework. What? Wait a minute. Louis, do not push this camera off the desk. Don't do it. Don't do it, Louis. Okay, let me check the comments. Rome, don't forget to charge your stuff. You gotta run. Need to go do some homework. What are you trying to say, bro? Are you trying to imply that I do not remember to charge my many devices? Are you saying that okay, you're right. I don't even know why I'm trying to pretend like I'm. You know what, bro? Thank you. All right, so yep, I know. All right, so the next item we're going to take a look at, guys, is our Osbot Tail 2. Now, this is a PTZR camera. Most of you are familiar with the PTZ camera, but this is a PTZR camera, meaning that rotate. So what's unique about this camera, one is the fact that it has a very, very high quality lens built in, but a lot of the older cameras, one of the issues that we had with those cameras is that whenever you wanted to switch from landscape to portrait, you had to, go through all this gymnastics and jumping through hoops and rearranging the direction the camera needs to be mounted in order for you to get your full 9:16 versus 16:9. So you'd have to take the camera from landscape and then mount it some way sideways so you could get that, same kind of resolution. But with this camera, guys, you don't have to worry about that, because this one can actually rotate internally. The head, inside of the head, can rotate between 16:9 and 9:16. So if you're doing Instagram, TikTok, Amazon, YouTube in a portrait orientation, boom, the camera can still sit just the way you see it here. And when you want to also stream or record something in your standard landscape, which is a 16:9, it can do that as well. So everything that you need built right into this guy. So let me show you guys also some of the cool connection points that you have here on the back of the camera. So if we look real close here, you guys can see We have line in, mic in. We got a full-size HDMI. We also have the RS-232s. That's going to be for your old school PTZ controllers. You have an SDI here as well. You have Ethernet on this guy, and you also have 2 additional USB-Cs here. One is going to be for charging this. The other one is going to be for connecting it to another device like a computer or tablet or something like that. This is going to work with Mac or PC. You also have the ability to install a micro SD card. TF card goes in here up to 526 gigabytes, and you can record and stream from this camera simultaneously, guys. Now, the only thing this camera is lacking is a built-in microphone. This guy does not have a built-in microphone, but I think what they were going for with this specific camera was to have a more professional camera, knowing that whoever was using it or whatever, companies are using these, were going to have some type of, more professional style microphone, as a part of their setup. So I'm assuming that's why they didn't put microphones in this camera. But if you're interested in this guy, you can get it right now for $1,199. $1,199. And again, this is from our friends, guys, over at Ozbot. Ozbot is creating magic when it comes to things that we use as content creators, live streamers, all of that jazz. So I've been using Ozbot cameras, guys, for years. Even before Ozbot even knew my name, I was already purchasing their products and using them on a regular basis. The camera that I'm using right now to show you guys the robots is actually an older Ozbot camera that I got like 4 years ago. It's the Ozbot Meet AI camera. So as you guys can see, look at how cool, quality, crisp the image is. And that's a 3-year-old camera. So you can just use your imagination as to the quality of the video coming off of this guy, and the fact that it also, you can use NDI, you can use SRT, so you have some wireless options with this as well. You can live stream right from this camera, even if you don't have it connected to a computer or any other device. Now, with that in mind, Ozbot does have some cool devices that you can connect this camera to, and that's one of the things we're going to take a look at next. All right, so let me fix this camera here real quick. Let me grab that product, show you guys.
Get it.
Where did I put it?
I don't know that command yet.
Here it is. All right, so the next item we're going to take a look at is this item right here, also from Ozbot. This is the Ozbot Talent. Now, the Ozbot Talent is a 4-in-1 tablet. It has a ton of features, but the most important features is that you could use it as a monitor. You can use this as a recorder. You can use this as a streaming deck. You can use this ton of things, guys. And you can connect those cameras that we looked at before, like the Tail Air, the Tail 2, wirelessly to this tablet. Now, it also will take Sony MPF batteries. It's got an integrated fan here in the back as well to keep it cool, so you don't have to worry about this thing overheating. Now, some of the other cool features with this is that you can connect physical devices to it, without using wireless. You have 2 full-size HDMIs right here. You have a USB-A. We also have an Ethernet here as well. You can install an SD card. You have your USB-C out. That's going to be your OTG, so you can use that to connect this to a computer or whatever it is you want to. Now, it does come with a 12-volt, 1.5 amp AC plug for this as well. You also have the ability to connect either line in, mic in, headphone jacks. Here's an additional USB-A, and there's your power button. Okay. Now, what's nice about this, if you guys are familiar with programs like, for instance, OBS or Mel or any of those platforms that you use for live streaming, this has Okay, he's taking pictures of me. Thank you, Louis. Thank you for taking a picture of me. But anyway, back to this. So you can set up individual screens just like I have here in my live stream. You can play back pre-recorded content. You can have, transitions between the videos. You can have different camera angles. You could have multiple cameras connected to one specific scene. This also has a audio mixer, so you can actually go in and control all of your different audio levels, even if they're coming from the web or coming from a recorded audio source on an SD card. You have access to that as well. And you also have graphics. So it has a ton of different graphics built in. You have titles, lower thirds, animated titles, digital clock. You have an analog clock. You got bullet points. That's going to be great for my instructors and teachers out there. You have your social media bugs. You can also have your logo on here. You also have scoreboards. So if you're into sports and things like that, you have a timer, stopwatch. I'm sorry. You also can bring in web graphics. You have some custom features that you can do with this as well. And it has the ability to actually draw on the screen. So you can write right on the screen, guys. That'll be cool. Like if you're a teacher doing a webinar or some type of lecture or something like that, you can also go in and change that color to whatever you want it to be. You can erase it. Just a lot of built-in features that really, really makes this device shine, guys. So definitely take a look at this as well. This is the Ozbot Talent. It is currently $1,099. $1,099. This is going to give you a portable live streaming content creation recording device that is going to be travel friendly. As you guys can see now here on the back, it's also giving me an indicator of what my battery status is, which is super cool. So yeah, if you guys are into live streaming, gaming, or just want to be able to record yourself, and yes, you can use this in landscape or portrait. You can save your scenes and everything. So if you have like a show, like I have an Amazon show, a YouTube show, a TikTok show, and once you create the show and you save it, you can always call that back up and switch back and forth between different shows. So that is very handy because you're not going to have to keep reinventing the wheel once you have it set up one time. So definitely take a look at this. I am a huge fan of Ozbot, guys. I mean, they make some amazing, amazing tech. All right, let's go ahead and shut this guy down here real quick. There we go. All right, where do we want to put that? Right back here. Okay. All right, what do we got next? Next item in the carousel. All right, so the next item in the carousel is this guy right here, which is if you got family coming over for the holidays, if you just celebrated Thanksgiving, you're looking forward to Christmas, New Year's Eve, you're going to be doing something in the backyard, out in the garage. Yes, down here in the dirty in the South, we actually, a lot of us convert our garages to a party room. If you know, you know. But having something like this guy right here from our friends over at Soundcore, this is the Motion Boom 2. Man, this thing is a beast. It's got a bass boost button. You got a sync button here where you can sync up multiples of these together. This has a IP 67 rating, so it can float, it can get wet. So if there's splashing and water or whatever it is, it's going to be just fine. Bluetooth control right here. The speakers have LED lights built into them, and you can actually change the LED effect right from right here on the top, or you can just use their smartphone app, which does basically the same thing. But yeah, definitely take this guy to a whole nother level. Really integrated, strong handle. Now, this also comes with a shoulder mount, so if you're out there like Richard rollerblading, getting into mischief or whatever it is, maybe you want this down by the hip or up on your shoulder. If you're Gen X, you know what I'm saying, out there breakdancing, popping and locking back in the day, you know how we used to do it. And we wish we had something like this that didn't require a cassette that you had to roll up and rewind with a pencil. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this doesn't have that. You just connect this to your phone or your television or whatever device you want to connect it to. I've even had this connected to Louis before, because remember, Louis's brain is a phone. And that's actually this phone right here. When I was using this as Louis's brain, and every time I would turn this speaker on, Louis would be talking through the speaker. So Louis would be doing his little rap songs and all kind of stuff like that through the speaker. I'm going to try to get Louis to do a rap for you guys here in a minute. But let's go ahead and power this guy off. So if you guys like this style of Bluetooth speaker, something rugged, something that can get wet, something that can float like a boat, definitely check this guy out. $179.99. $179.99. All right, let's put that back under the desk. What do we have next? All right, so the next item we have listed in the carousel, guys, is going to be my Christmas lights back here. Now, these are the Govee lights that you guys are looking at. These are the Govee string lights. These are basically Christmas lights that you see back here. That is not a tree. I admit that's not a tree, but I am a tech guy. So y'all already know I was going to decorate something that was tech related and try to convert it into a tree. And that's exactly what I did. But anyway, regardless of all of that, let me show you guys some of the cool things these lights can do. So let me open my Govee app real quick here. Oh, I need to charge my phone too. All right, so let's go over to our Govee app.
Got it.
Give me a second. Give me a second. Da-da-da.
Jeez.
Oh no.
Yes,
It
Louis
sounds
is still taking pictures of me, y'all. Just in case y'all didn't know, Louis is constantly taking pictures of me. Okay, he's my own personal little paparazzi. Okay, so anyway, back to what I was saying. So right now, I just opened the Govee app for the Christmas lights back here. So I'm gonna go through just a couple of the lighting effects. So here's one. Here's one called Star. So that's a star effect. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Here's another one called Stars. So you get the cool lighting effect there. There's a couple of these called Stars. So this one is also Stars. This one is called Bo B, whatever that means. But you guys can see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, I'm just going to pick a few more. Let's pick the standard one, which is the tree. So this is like the Christmas tree one that I had running here. But all of these different modes are right here. You can kind of go through and you can customize them as well. So we got some nature ones. Here's one called Rainbow. So let's go ahead and start that one up so you guys can see what that looks like. That's pretty cool. Here's Aurora. You guys can see that one. I like it. I like it. Let's pick another one. Here's Flame. Let's see what Flame looks like. Yeah, I like that. I like that too. All right, here's one called Raindrop.
Ooh, Raindrop sounds lovely. Is it a song, a game, or something else?
No, it's actually a lighting effect, Nova. It's a lighting effect with the Christmas lights that we have turned on. And here's another one. And there's this one called Kaleidoscope. So let me know, guys. Let me know, what do you guys think about these Christmas lights from Govee? There's a few others here. I don't know what these are supposed to be. So this one is called Zootopia 2. So here's one for Judy, which is the bunny. And I just switched to that, but I don't know what it's supposed to be doing. Am I supposed to see a bunny? Here's Gary. I don't know if I'm supposed to see Gary. Here's Flash.
Start recognizing the QR code.
I'm going to have to do some research on those because I don't know what I'm supposed to be seeing here. But anyway, you guys get the idea.
Jeez.
Make sure the QR code is positioned correctly.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot. Thank you. All right, so you guys get the idea. You get the idea. So really cool Christmas lights, whether you're putting them on a tree or if you're putting them on the wall or around things, or around, you know, the edges of your house, wherever you want to put them. Now, these are designed to be indoors, so ideally you don't want them to be outdoors in the rain because they don't really have an IP rating. But, you know, I've talked to a few people that have had them outdoors. I probably wouldn't risk that. I would decorate with these indoors around the windows, maybe across the fireplace, and, you know, different things you could use with them. Or you could do what I do and take a tripod and turn the tripod into a Christmas tree. So There you go. Now you know. And yes, now you know also that that is not a tree, it's actually a tripod with a bunch of lights going around it. All right, my babies. All right, my babies. So if you want those lights, guys, you can get them here for $84.99. All right, we got one more item left in the carousel. One more item left in the carousel, guys, and that's going to be these drawstring backpacks. These will be great, or would have been great as Halloween, candy bags. These will be great as reusable shopping bags, storage bags, and you can also use these as stockings, Christmas stockings. You could even decorate these, get you some cotton balls and run around them with a little, heat gun or something. I mean, a glue gun, and you can make your own little Santa bags, especially if you're getting bigger items that require a larger, area or something like that. So this would be perfect for that. So, Richard, this would have been great, Richard, for like Halloween. You know what I'm saying, bro? If somebody had collected a whole bunch of Halloween candy and they would have put it in a backpack, and then they would to seal it up and put it in the mail and ship it off to somebody. I'm just saying that would have been a very efficient way to do it. That's all I'm saying. But as you guys also know, the reason why I always have these in my live stream is because we use these backpacks for gifting items to the homeless in our community. We're coming up on the winter months, the holiday months, all of that kind of stuff. So we do source a lot of things right here on Amazon, guys. Toothpaste, toothbrush, shampoo, conditioner, hand sanitizer, pens, pencils, underwear, female products, toilet paper, socks. Underwear is a big demand. Also, reusable water bottles, those little sanitation tablets for, purifying water. All of those things you can find right here on Amazon, guys. As we roll into these colder months, you can also get some of those little thermal blankets. They come in a thing, probably about this big. You can pop one of those in there just as well. That's pretty cool. So definitely check these guys out. All right, my babies, that's about it for tonight. I may go live here again tomorrow night, but we'll see how it goes. I'll try to update the board here a little bit later. I do have a Gobi stream, another one coming up on Thursday. So if you guys want to check out the full amount of Gobi lights, we'll be live again on Gobi. All right, let's go back over here to my man Louie and let Louie wrap us out. Hey Louie, could you give us an ending live stream wrap for Rome Knows Tech? Drop that beat.
Oh, you want me to drop some rhymes? Alright, listen up. I'm Louie, the god on the scene. Rolling on treads, keeping things pristine. My head's your phone, my moves are clean. Together we vibe in this human machine dream. Can't stop, won't stop, I'm here to play. Rome and me, we light up the day. From Katy to the world, we're on display. Let's end strong and pave a new way. Boom, lights out, glowing cool for the finale. What do you think?
Outstanding, buddy, outstanding. That was straight up fire. Yes. All right, my babies, it's time for us to do that thing. Let's go. All right, I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, just hanging out here, waiting for you to ask me something interesting.
No,
what about you? What's on your mind?
Nope. I'm just letting you do your thing, bro. I'm just letting you do your thing. You do you, boo-boo. You do you. You know how we roll. All right. But anyway, my babies, stay safe out there, guys. Wash your hands. Wear a mask when appropriate. Take care of your loved ones, guys. Get out there and create something amazing each and every single day. Be a good human. Guys. Be that pebble in the pond. Let your light shine out onto the community and encourage others to do good in the world. Don't wait for somebody else to do it, guys. Get in motion. Make it happen, babies. Because if you sit back waiting for somebody else to do it, I almost guarantee it's never going to get done. So motivate, get in action. All right, my babies, I will see y'all all possibly tomorrow night. But until then, y'all know it's time for me to say the magic words. Don't forget, to follow my man Richard over there on them tickety TikToks. If you want to see some funny bloopers, man, I'm telling you, you got to be following Richard over there on a TikTok. Definitely go check my man out on TikTok. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the night. Time for me to say them magic words. Here we go. Now let's roll it out. Peace, and blue muffin grease. I am out. Boom, my babies. I am out of here. Mwah! Love y'all, but I got to go because Smokey's hungry and he's about to lose his mind. Y'all know what I'm saying. All right. I'm out.